Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Wednesday, June 17th, 2015. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. The Traffic Department of the Nevis Division of the Police Force has 6 new members of staff. The new Traffic Wardens, who have been in training since October of 2014, were yesterday, Tuesday, June 16th, introduced in an official ceremony at the Charlestown Police Station. Giving an overview of the training, Inspector Conrad Bertie thanked the new Traffic Wardens for offering their service and said the Traffic Department welcomes their assistance.
Some of the topics that were covered were courtroom procedures, where the officers learned how to present themselves in a courtroom setting. Statement writing, they were taught how to properly put a statement together. Various aspects of the traffic laws were also taught to them, but in particular, ticketing was paramount, because in their duties, this is one of the key things that they will be embarking upon.
The new Traffic Wardens were also exposed to training in customer service.
We are asking the general public to give them your cooperation, and we are also asking the Traffic Wardens to be courteous, be respectful to the general public. Remember, it is a service that you're offering, and that you are not there to bulldoze anybody, but to be respectful at all times. And in that way, you would get the cooperation of the general public.
Traffic Wardens Kathleen Liebert and Sherilyn Smithen are attached to the Gingerland Police Station, Cherise Williams to the Cotton Ground Police Station, Sonia Wilson to the Newcastle Police Station, while Marva Bailey and Jasmine Barry are attached to the Charlestown Police Station.
You will see them round and about the island. They will also be moving around with the police officers, doing traffic stops, vehicular checkpoints. So you will see them very active. They'll be very active in the Nevis Division.
Superintendent of Police Hilroy Brandy is also making a call for the public to cooperate with the Traffic Wardens.
These Traffic Wardens have the same powers of arrest of police officers. So if you disobey, you break the law, they have the right under the law to arrest you and take you to the nearest police station. I ask any member of the public for assistance so they could take you into custody.
Also sharing in yesterday's ceremony was Inspector Alonzo Carty. The Nevis Tourism Authority, NTA, will once again be highlighting during the month of July a fruit which the island usually has in abundance at this time, the mango. Last year, the NTA successfully hosted its first Mango Festival, and Sales and Marketing Director Devon Liebert says this year the festival will be expanded.
This year we will be dubbing it as Nevis Mango and Food Festival, because most of what is involved with mango is food, hence why we chose to expand it and call it Nevis Mango and Food Festival. As indicated, it's going to be in the month of July, and we're hoping that by that time we will have some mangoes.
The second Friday of July will also see the NTA's hosting of its all-day street fair dubbed Mango Madness.
That's going to be on the 10th of July, right in the heart of Charlestown, in front of the NTA, in the Arwalwin Plaza, right there. And it's going to be an all day of mangoes. Mango vendors, mango food, mango preservative. The agricultural department will be there to do some grafting of mango trees. We're going to have the sale of mangoes, hopefully, also on that day. Also, on that day, Chef Gregory will make a guest appearance by doing a mango cooking demonstration. Highlighting, of course, our mangoes.
Chef Gregory Austin of Barbados will be the celebrity chef who will be featured on that weekend. On Saturday, July 11th, he will once again partner with the NTA to host a cooking demonstration and a lunch.
This one is going to be a more extravagant event than what the demonstration that he's going to do on the Friday. It's going to be at one of our restaurants. He will demonstrate the preparation of a 3-course meal for lunch, and then those persons, the patrons in attendance, will sit and enjoy the meal.
On Sunday, July 12th, according to LIBER, the NTA will feature local chefs.
What we plan to do is have them prepare a signature dish that's made up of mangoes, a signature dish made up of mangoes. This event will be open to the general public at a cost, of course, and what will happen is that persons will get the opportunity to move from station to station and sample the delights of these local chefs, just all local chefs. In addition to that, we will also feature 2 of our bartenders. They will prepare a local mango cocktail, one alcoholic and one non-alcoholic. So 2 of our local bartenders will be featured there also. And the agricultural department, we're hoping that they too will be there with a smoothie station.
This activity is expected to run from about noon to 4 p.m. at a venue to be announced. That evening, a dinner featuring Chef Gregory Austin will also be put on. Child Evangelism Fellowship, CEF, yesterday, Tuesday, June 16th, at the Amos Chapel, facilitated a training workshop for preschool teachers aimed at enhancing the devotional times with children on Nevis. Director for Child Evangelism Fellowship for St. Kitts and Nevis, Mavis Huggins, explained that the training workshop was hosted as part of Child Month activities. Huggins also outlined the purpose of having the workshop on the island.
We are here to really start working with you as preschool teachers to assist you in enhancing the devotional times that you would have with children. And we're praying, our prayer is that at the end of this course, your lives will be changed as a result of the course, so that you can then be used by God to affect change in the children's lives.
Angela Koneski, missionary for Child Evangelism Fellowship, explained the objectives of the workshop and the overall goal.
We are just so excited to bring you information on how to be a better teacher. We are excited to tell you and hopefully give you some helpful tools to use with the children that God has entrusted to you.
Meantime, a missionary for Child Evangelism Fellowship, Missy Boyd, stated that the missionary group is also hoping to implement a news club on the island.
CEF does a good news club, and those are things that we're praying about to get started here on this beautiful island, where you go into the school and you have a club once a week. They come in, teams come in and do good news clubs. We're going to be doing some in St. Kitts next week. And it's through the school year, and it's a Bible club.
Darby Narayan, missionary for Child Evangelism Fellowship, and more than 20 preschool teachers on Nevis also participated in the training workshop. Coming up,
it is our intention not only to have each school have their own pan and masquerade and dance and drama, but to develop national groups.
The details after this break.
I always think of her, but then I always think of him too. He should have never forced himself on her. Help us stop the madness. If you know it, tell it. Tell 1-800-8477-TIPS.
Especially for the country, I'm a ladies. The nice Nevis girl never know. It's sweet. Ladies, you ready? Come show me that you're ready.
Welcome back.
We have intensified our programs in the school, and we have, of course, increased our staff to accommodate what we are doing in the schools. For the past year, we have looked very closely at our programs in the school to see where we are, where we need to go. And we have improved on a number of areas in terms of how we do business in the school. We need to ensure that all participants of each class are participating fully in the classes and that they understand the feature and the benefits of doing so.
Chief Executive Officer of the Nevis Cultural Development Foundation, Keith Scarborough, speaking about the foundation's various ongoing programs in Nevis's pre-primary and secondary schools. Scarborough also outlined the objective of the school programs.
It is our intention to continue with workshops in the various fields of arts and culture and folklore and so forth. As you are aware, we had in the Easter time, 2-week camp, which was very successful, and we are looking forward to do a bit more of that as school is about to close in the summer. In August, we are hoping to put on similar workshops with the children who participated in the Easter workshop. The whole idea is to keep them as interested as possible, to teach them as much as possible, and like I said before, to get them to understand the importance and the value of learning the arts and folklore and dance and drama, etc., etc.
Meanwhile, Scarborough says that the overall purpose of the school programs is to develop national groups which would be introduced as early as next year.
The intention, of course, at the NCDF is to develop national groups, which is what we are going to do in 2016. It is our intention not only to have each school have their own pan and masquerade and dance and drama, but to develop national groups, whereas the steel band for Nevis is this national pan, and what we are hoping to do with that is to choose the best players in the schools. You only want a squad of about 20. So you're going to choose from the various schools, the best players, bring them together, and that will be your national steel band.
Scarborough says the NCDF intends to acquire a national group from each art form that is taught in the schools.
For each group, and this we want to do not only in pan, but masquerade and clowns and the dance class and the drama class. Every aspect of what we teach in the schools, we intend to get national groups from each one of them. So 2016, clearly that is where we're aiming. For now, we are trying to strengthen the program in the schools, getting the children to learn as much as possible, become as good as possible. Because when the time comes for us to pick that national team, only the best would do.
Chief Executive Officer of the Nevis Cultural Development Foundation, Keith Scarborough. In April of this year, the Nevis Performing Arts Center, NEPAC, closed due to electrical issues in the auditorium. Chief Executive Officer of the Nevis Cultural Development Foundation, NCDF, Keith Scarborough, recently gave this update on the center.
We had one or two little difficulties with the electricity parts of it, and I am pleased to report that that end has been sorted out. The whole place has been assessed, looked at, and the necessary needs was found by the expert electrician, what was required to have the place up to a particular standard. All that was done. We sent off to get what is required to get it straightened out. The work has been done, and the place is now back to where it were, or even better than where it was in terms of electricity. What is to happen next week is that we are putting the sound effects of the auditorium on a different transformer. So that particular transformer is due to come in on Friday. And once that transformer comes in on Friday, the work to install it takes place on Saturday. And then we will be open to the general public for business again on Monday, the 22nd of June. NEPAC will be fully open to the general public to continue its good work in hosting a number of activities at the auditorium in particular.
Scarborough says the roof is a major part of the rehabilitation project and work on that will be undertaken in the near future.
The roof still, if it rains heavily, will leak occasionally. Not too much to disturb any show, but enough for you to notice if you're sitting inside that it is dripping in a particular corner. That needs to be rectified, but that is a major, major project. Some work was done to it last year, but obviously the dripping is still there. So more work needs to be done on the roof to fix it once and for all. Like I say, it's a major project. It's going to take a lot of funds, heavy financing to do that. But I know that plan is in the works. So I'm hoping at some time in the not too distant future, we would have dealt with that problem effectively.
The Nevis Performing Arts Center will reopen to the general public on Monday, June 22nd. That's it for this evening's edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Donis Wilkinson Keynes saying thank you for viewing. Good night.